except for Danny. Danny knows, but we're like hiding it from everybody. So last time we told my mom and my dad at 4 weeks, exactly 4 weeks. Nobody knows this time, and we are going to wait until we're 14 weeks to tell everybody. It's going to be so hard. So hard. It's going to be really hard, and I don't know if we're going to make it because I will probably start showing and people are going to start noticing things. So 5 weeks into this pregnancy. What can I say about that? I don't even know what to say because this was surprise. This was not a planned baby. And I'm just gonna put this out there. Even though this baby was what you would classify as an accident, this baby is in no way an accident because we were not preventing. We weren't trying, but we weren't preventing, and we knew that there was a possibility, and we were okay with that. We did not want to be on any type of birth control and prevent any form of life because getting our daughter the first time around was very difficult, and it was a struggle, and it was really stressful. So we didn't want to prevent us having another baby or having those issues again, where if we just didn't go back on birth control, there was always a possibility that it could happen and we wouldn't have to go through everything we went through the first time around. So that being said, at 6 months postpartum, my cycle started and I got pregnant, and now I'm almost 7 months postpartum. I will be on Saturday the 22nd, April 22nd, I will be 7 months postpartum, and I am due what we believe is December 17th, 2017. If you followed my first pregnancy, you remember I had incredibly high blood pressure. In fact, the day that I was induced and the day before I was induced, my blood pressure was like 218 over 110 or something. Like literally I should have been dying. Like my blood pressure, it was 200 over 100 and something. Like I'm not even kidding. It was that high. And then I was induced. So we don't really know if that's going to happen again. I just moved and I don't have my blood pressure cuff unpacked to measure my blood pressure right now, but I'm sure I will have to keep an eye on it and we'll just see what happens. Another thing that people might be wondering if you've been following me since my first pregnancy is my daughter was a surprise gender baby. We did not find out what we were having when we had her. And the question is, are we doing that again? And the answer is yes. Yes, we are. We are not going to find out the gender of this baby, so you will have to wait the entire 9 months with us. With the first pregnancy, we had a lot of issues, like she was supposed to have cysts in her brain and they thought she would have different type of syndrome disorders, and none of that happened. So I'm not sure if we're going to be getting all the tests that we got done last time. I really liked having those tests done just in case, but it did add a lot of extra stress into this whole pregnancy, into the whole journey. You know, there was like weeks where we were wondering, is she gonna live? Is she gonna die shortly after she's born? Is she going to have different developmental issues? We had no idea, and so that is pretty stressful for really anybody. Nobody should have to go through that, especially like if your baby has no problems and is perfectly healthy and you're being told that there's problems. Oh, it's so stressful. So I don't know if we're going to get all of the tests done or not. So let me give you a little bit of some details about the baby so far. So the baby is the size of an apple seed, which is 0.13 inches. So it's very, very, very tiny so far, but it does have little buds coming out of it and like little arms and little feet. And the heart is starting to beat, which is really, really cool. It just kind of looks like a tadpole right now, and a lot of the organs are starting to form, like parts of the brain and the neurotubes and everything like that are forming, so that's really awesome. And as far as my body and my symptoms, I feel nothing at all. I'm not overly exhausted. Like, I have a 7-month-old. I'm going to be tired, but I'm not extremely exhausted or more fatigued than I would normally be. And I also have sleeping disorders, so I feel like I would know if I was going to be even more exhausted than I already am due to the pregnancy, and I'm not having the heartburn I had last time. That was one of the first things. When I was pregnant the first time around, before I knew I was pregnant, I was having this insane heartburn, and I couldn't handle it. It was awful. It was like from my belly button the whole way up to my neck, like into my tongue. It just hurt so bad, and there was nothing I could do to get rid of it. This time I don't have that. I have nothing at all. Like, I've been getting headaches, but that could just be from it's spring and I have really terrible allergies and really horrible sinuses. So it just could be from that. I really don't know. But I mean, I don't feel anything. I don't feel pregnant. I don't know. I guess I'm gaining weight. So maybe I look pregnant, but I definitely don't feel pregnant. And so when we took that pregnancy test and it came out positive, it was really shocking because yes, I was late on my period, but I felt nothing. There was nothing to lead me to believe that I was pregnant. And so that's just crazy. I go for my first doctor's appointment on May 10th, and that is to just the OB. I'm not getting an ultrasound then, but they will schedule me for my first ultrasound after that. One thing I did ask them is that because I got pregnant 6 months postpartum, how dangerous is that? If I'm already a high-risk pregnancy, how dangerous is it that I'm pregnant again already at 6 months? And they assured me that there is absolutely no further risks to my body than if I had waited 2 years. So they said that because of the way that my delivery was, I didn't have a C-section, I didn't have any weird issues other than the high blood pressure at delivery, that I'm totally fine. I had a super quick recovery, and so they think that my body is perfectly fine at handling the pregnancy as it did the last time. So, I mean, even though I'm high risk and things like that, like I'm still capable of having a viable pregnancy. The 6 month postpartum thing is not going to make a difference on how like high risk I am. So that is really good. That was good to hear because we were really worried that my body just being high risk couldn't handle doing it again so soon. Somebody decided to wake up from her nap and join us, right? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Yes, say hi to everybody. You're a little special girl, aren't you? We love you. And you're going to be a big sister. You have no idea what that means. But you're going to be a big sister. Does that make you happy? Does that make you happy? You look a little concerned. You look a little concerned. You want this back? Boop. So, anyway, yes, here's Madeline, our 7-month-old angel. So, we're working on making another one. And Mommy got lipstick on your cheek. So, anyway, guys, I think that is probably about it for this update. There's really not a whole lot to report on for 5 weeks, and I didn't even do a video for 4 weeks because literally I had just found out I was like 4 weeks and a day or 2 or something like that, and there just wasn't anything to say other than, hey, I'm pregnant and I don't feel like I am, so I didn't really have any other information to give. So what do you think? A boom boom boom, a boom boom boom. You like to bounce? Yes, there's that smile. There's that smile. All right, can you say, look, can you look right here? Can you see right here? Do you see yourself? That's you? Can you say, bye everybody, we'll update you next week at 6 weeks? Yeah, say